As I started to practice, an unexpected mentor came into my life. And this is back in 2008. I was doing a speech at a business symposium in New York City in February. Anyone been to New York City in February? Okay, it's freezing, horizontal winds, snow, ice. I don't even, it was a disaster, right? And so I got done speaking and I came out and freezing cold. My hotel's like a block and a half away. And I'm like, gosh, I don't even, do I take a cab? Do I walk? I don't know. I'm tired, I'm cold, I'm hungry. So I'm like, I'll just walk. So I go over to the corner and there's a bunch of people huddled around. The little walk eye illuminates, everyone starts to walk across the street. And there's this little old man next to me, cane, little bag, hardly stand up, right? So I kind of help this guy across the street, and we could barely all stand up. We got to the other side of the street, and he's like, that was a very noble thing for you to do. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, who wouldn't help this guy? He's about ready to fall over, And he said, can I buy you a cup of coffee? And I said, no, I'm good. I'm thinking I'm cold, tired. He's like, no, please, least I can do. Let me buy you a cup of coffee. I'm like, fine, okay, perfect. So we walk over and have a cup of coffee, and we sit down. And he's like, so what are you doing here? I'm like, I just spoke at a business conference. And he's like, well, I'm in business. I'm like, this guy's like 80. I'm like, well, what type of business are you in? He's like oil and gas. I'm like, that's nice. And I said, well, you must be retired, you guys pray. He's like, no, I work every day. I'm like, Little did I know, I'm sitting across from a distant hair of Mr. T. Boone Pickens. This man was a billionaire. Okay? Now, he had my full attention now. I sat up in my seat, erect posture, laser focus, right? And so I said, we talked for a little bit, and I said, when I'm your age, looking back over my life, what piece of advice would you give me? And he's like, He's like, well, you like movies, right? And I'm like, well, yeah, who doesn't? He's like, well, what kind of movies do you like? And I said, well, I like them all. I don't know. And he said, no. He said, there's your boring, drab dramas. There's your, nightmare horror movies. There's your romantic comedies. There's your kick-ass action thrillers. What do you like? I'm like, well, kick-ass action thrillers. Then live your life that way. I'm like, And I said, well, that all sounds good. That's all nice. But life throws curveballs. It's hard, You can't only just live that great life. It's tough. Life is tough. And he's like, He's like, well, let me see your wallet. I'm like, see my wallet? I want my wallet for. He's like, take a $1 bill out of your wallet. I'm like, okay. So I gave him a $1 bill. There's a little candle sitting on the table in front of us. He took that $1 bill and he lit it on fire. And he said, finish this riddle. Time is blank. Well, that's easy. Time is money. He's like, you're kind of right, but deadly wrong. He said, you can go back to work tomorrow and make this $1 back, yes? And I said, well, yeah. If I take an hour out of your day, it's gone forever. Time is everything. And when you have the time to do what you want, when you want, and how you want to do it, you will live your kick-ass action thriller lifestyle.